everyone, my name is Kiana Lindsay, and I'm going to be talking to you all about the San Marcos Housing Authority. The location that I volunteered at specifically was the C.M. Allen Homes location, which is located on 820 Sturgeon Street. It houses about 100 units, but there are two other locations that I will go over later. So just a little bit about it. It provides decent, safe, and affordable housing for low-income households, including the elderly and disabled in the San Marcos area. They work to improve quality of life, reduce dependence on the welfare system, and empower their residents to take control of their lives and their environments. The mission of the San Marcos Housing Authority Resident Services is to provide a wide variety of direct services and referrals to families and individuals receiving housing assistance. They support initiatives, all of which are united in the overall goals of improving the quality of life for their public housing residents. The strategies they use to employ these goals are through complementary initiatives such as elderly/disabled services, youth development services, self-sufficiency, and resident organization. Usually the best outcome from those services is just for a family to no longer need the assistance that the San Marcos Housing Authority is providing to them. Just to where their basic needs will be met without them having to continue to receive government assistance, or at least make it possible for their children to achieve the outcome of not needing it any longer. Moving forward, there are the Allen Woods home site, the C.M. Allen homes, Porter homes, scattered sites. They all vary with how many units they serve or have present on the site. And they all have different requirements as to how to apply for these programs. They have people available Monday through Friday. They're available by telephone, email, messages. They're closed on city holidays. They do have a preference as far as applicants go. They prefer people who live or work in the Hays County area or Hays County's jurisdiction. They offer public housing, including 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom units. For more information, you can visit the site. It'll go more into detail. Some things that you'll need to apply will be birth certificates and social security cards for everyone in the household, picture IDs for everyone over the age of 18 years of age, and any information related to income like wages and retirement, and child support, etc. A neat thing that the San Marcos Housing Authority offers is volunteer opportunities. Myself, I'm a volunteer. Most of their volunteers consist of Texas State University students, but can also be members of religious and service organizations, residents themselves, or even local citizens who just want to support their efforts. They have a few housing programs like Section 8, which is just a federal government major program for assisting very low income families, the elderly, disabled, etc. They also have the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, which was established in 1993. And people who have completed this program have achieved their dream of home ownership. So, it works. The participants tend to learn new skills and enable them to gain employment with a living wage, build their savings, improve credit scores, etc. There is the Springtown Villa, which was created for the elderly and disabled residents. And they have some pretty cool things. Like in the summer of 2009, they created the Internet Cafe for the residents to utilize. They do have some housing policies, which include emissions and continued occupancy policy, pet ownership rules, which basically entail that you can only have one pet. It has to be a domesticated animal, things like that. And then there's the parking policy. Main thing is your car needs to be registered. The resident services they provide, they have youth development services. They provide meals, teen groups, after school programs, family self-sufficiency. They provide necessary tools for people to achieve self-sufficiency through housing assistance. It's pretty neat, connecting them to job training and educational resources. And they also have the elderly and disabled services. They coordinate with the Capital Area Food Bank to deliver food, transportation to medical appointments, coordinating in-home services, etc. The food banks, women's shelter, the Hays County or Hays Caldwell Women's Center are agencies that the San Marcos Housing Authority is connected with. And a big gap within the agencies is transportation. They do the best that they can, but can only do so much. I believe they are in the works of getting more means of transportation to help the elderly transporting wise. Let's see. Most memorable experience during my placement would be actually creating bonds with the children, because in the beginning it was kind of tough for me, but over time I became accustomed to them. They got used to me, and to the point where I would come and they would be so happy to see me and tell me about their days. And I remember when they used to be so scared to even say hi to me. So thinking back on it makes me happy and overjoyed. The most significant thing I learned was that there's always room to learn something new. And you should never go into situations thinking you know it all. That'll be the most memorable thing for me, for sure. And just a little bit of what I did as a volunteer was, it was the after school program for the kids. So me and the other volunteers that would be there would come up with little activities for them to do before we took them outside to play, because they love to go outside to play. So little things like color by number activities, reading them a book and having them recall events that happened in it, decorating cookies, just cute, fun little stuff like that. I also got to do some clerical work for my supervisor, assisted by her intern. And yeah, that's all I got. Hope you all enjoyed my presentation. Have